So the last two stitches that I want to show you is a straight stitch, and then I'm going to show you the colonial knot. The straight stitch I also have on here wagon wheel because where you're going to possibly want to use this stitch, you have a lot of flower centers. You're going to have a lot of very small little berries in a lot of these blocks. And sometimes it can be difficult to try to do one of the edge stitches all the way around. And so a lot of times I'll do a straight stitch and make it look like what I call the wagon wheel. And how you do that is very simple. You're going to come up on the edge of your piece, pull till your knot hits, and then go right down the middle of that circle. And so you'll see you have a long straight stitch from edge to center. And then I come to the other side right across. I come up the edge of the wool, pull, and go right back down the middle. And I continue around. So basically first I'm going to make a plus sign on here. So I'm going to come up the edge, go down the middle, go to the opposite side, come up, and go down in the middle. So you see I have kind of a plus sign. Then I go halfway in between on one side, and I make an X, doing the same thing. Up on the edge, down the middle. Go to the opposite side, come up on the edge, and down in the middle. And I just work my way around here until I have what looks like a wagon wheel. It looks like spokes on a tire. So that is the straight stitch. And you can do this in contrasting thread, or you can do it thread that matches your wool color. But it's an easy way to do any type of circle like this, the berries, the flower centers. You can do like that. So that is the straight stitch. So I also want to show you the colonial knot. In the middle of these flower centers or the berries, you may want to put a knot. So you can do a French knot, but I prefer the colonial knot. So I'm going to show you how to do the colonial knot. So first I'm going to come up right up the middle of this circle with my thread. So this is where I do change my needle. Instead of using that chenille needle, this is a Milner needle or a straw needle. Let me put it on the black so you can see here. The difference is this needle is a little bit longer. I think this is a size 8, maybe a 9. The Milner and the straw needle, basically from eye to point, it is the same size. The shaft is all of the same size. Where on a chenille needle, the eye of the needle is a little bit, let me just pull this needle off. You can see that the eye of the needle, of the chenille needle, is wider than the rest of the needle. When you're doing knots, you want it to be straight all the way down so that you don't have the possibility of your needle getting stuck when you're trying to go back in. So here's the colonial needle. You come up from the back. You basically hold your thread in front of you like this with a little loop coming toward you. You're going to take your needle. See if I can show you this. Take your needle. You're going to come from the left through that loop to the right, and then you're going to take your thread and wrap it on top of this, around this needle one time. So when you look at it, you should see a figure 8. If you can see that in the thread, it's a figure 8. So holding that thread, you're going to go down right next to where you came up. Just get your point into the wool and then pull that knot. Hold it there and you'll go right down the middle. And it gives you a nice clean knot. So let me do that one more time over on the black so that you can see it a little bit better. You're going to come up from the back. You're going to pull the thread down and toward you with this little loop here. You're going to go from the left underneath your thread and then wrap your thread one time. So you see that figure 8, and you'll go right down next to where you came out, pull that knot, and then pull all the way through. So that is the colonial knot.